All right, yo, man, this is episode 21, Yeah, Man, the podcast, man. It's your boy, JP the Creator, man. I'm here with my co-host, Ben Austin Newsom. Our guest today, man, is Winston Romo. He's rap is Reborn, Born. And tell us a little bit more about what you're doing today, man, what you're doing in the future, man.
Yeah, I used to rap, and I consider myself an entrepreneur, really.
Right.
Before that, it's just business, you know what I mean? Currently, I'm getting into film,
right,
editing and stuff. I still do the music, but I feel like I have more control over what I'm trying to do. I'll have more fun with what I'm doing. It's not oversaturated. It'll be something that I can be a 60-year-old filmmaker, but I can't be a 60-year-old rapper. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I can be 60 years old and be like, let's put this movie together. And still take some old soundtrack and put it on there and get points for that. So, so that's how I came with that. So that's what I'm working on, my film degree, and yeah.
Okay.
Soldier Law TV. YouTube Soldier Law TV. SOULJALAW TV. Soldier Law TV. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So what are some of the things that you film? Is just, mainly rap related, or just kind of just?
Man, I haven't really, because this is kind of a new thing for me, I'm not really attached to anything. I've been doing like little short stories with people who have little hood fights and tell me a story, or, I just interviewed somebody that used to work with Ross Perot, did all his campaigning and that kind of thing. And that was kind of interesting. He's from the UK, Charles Townsend. So, but I haven't edited and put that one up yet. But I don't really have no attachments to it. As a matter of fact, I want to start getting into animation, but it's kind of a new lane for me. I mean, we've been doing video probably since I want to say 07, 06, when I really started taking the music and then doing video, but I was always hiring other people. Shout out to Dane Films, you know what I'm saying? We're always hiring different people. SA Films, also shout out to Denmark 720, you know what I'm saying? So different editors, but I got into, you paying people so much for it, eventually you just start learning it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're around it all the time and you realize, oh, I can do this.
Yeah.
And really that's really what happened. Like I had a partner I was working with, and we put an ad out into a wedding guide, and I already had booked the wedding, and then he just kind of quit on me. So I had to make myself learn, B. You know what I'm saying? to do that wedding, and I barely scraped by. I had some help and stuff like that. And I mean, look, to be a good businessman, you gotta make a lot of fucked up business choices. So I've had my share of bad choices.
Man, that's cool, man. Cause I know that, with me doing real estate, man, I said, man, why don't I get a realtor license? Because a lot of people come up to me and say, hey, man, what house you got for rent? You got a house on the northwest side, and I do a lot of east side, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I won't have that, you know what I mean? So I think that's kind of like you branching out into something different, man. Because I like a lot of your stuff, man, as a rapper, man. Because it was dope, man. It was mind blowing, man.
I think you just got whack. To say you a rapper is whack.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
But you good at it, though.
No, I mean, I'm an artist.
Yeah.
I do spoken word. I can write.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I can always, if you really was an MC, you could always cut back and go into that bag.
Gotcha.
But man, I don't introduce myself as no rapper no more.
Yeah.
When I talk to people, that'll be the last thing they find out about me.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not. It's not really tight. Well, yeah, because I was I'm 40 now, dog. Real nigga shit. I mean, yeah, that's what. And now that I'm older too, I realize, man, I'm glad I didn't get famous like that.
Wow.
because you can't even go to Walmart and shit.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't. Your life is like you imprisoned yourself with your own creation.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can just you can't just go somewhere and be like, oh, let's snatch that nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like for real, like you can't really move like everybody.
So you just want to like move around. And
I think semi famous among like certain people. Like I like the underground, like conscious shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I kind of want to be proud of what I wrote. And I felt like I came to a point with the music, and it, you know, also the city. You know what I'm saying? But when I came to a point with the music, where I was just like, man, it just felt like I was just, like I couldn't be myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you try to be yourself, you know that's not gonna go anywhere. People don't want to hear that shit. So, and when you talk to a lot of these dudes, man, like, you know, I met, you know, Lil Flip behind the scenes, Millionaire behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? Like Kylie, you know, I know Kylie well, San Antonio, you know what I'm saying? When you talk to a lot of these dudes, man, they got other investments like construction and they got other shit going on, but they don't tell you that. And it's misleading, dog. It's kind of whack. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of whack. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not really like these dudes aren't. It was kind of a revolutionary thing. Now it's kind of like all these niggas sold out.
So do you feel like rappers, artists should talk about, you know, they don't have construction gigs, they having other type of businesses?
Now, yeah, definitely now.
Yeah.
Like I definitely think it's in the air.
Right.
Like how much more has to happen for like people realize like, okay, look behind the scenes. Like you just look behind the scenes of who owns these private prisons.
Right.
The same people that own these private prisons are the same people that are invested into these labels.
Wow.
So when they choose an artist, well, they have to do so much, say so much fucked up shit, and keep that going, keep you going back to prison. And who's going? You know what I'm saying? Like we're just brainwashing ourselves, and at some point, like we gotta just be real about that. You know what I mean? Like they kind of just took black people, put them in a box, and be like, oh, this is the only way you can be. You know what you seen on TV and this and that. It's confusing for a lot of them.
Do you feel like when you was rapping, you was part of getting other people to go back to jail?
I didn't know it at the time.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like I thought I was just expressing myself. That's what dog was showing you how it is in the street.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? But when you, like I said, I got to a point where I was like, yo, I didn't get any of this shit selling drugs. Like I went to prison selling drugs.
Right.
And then I came out and started a moving company. And with that money, I started getting the little bit of fame that I got.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
With that, when I started living my life to where I'm going to bed early, getting up and going to work, that's when I started. Look, man, ain't nobody want to do business with a crazy person.
I work with crazy people.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my business right there.
Right, but I'm saying, and if they do, they want to find a way to control you.
Yeah.
So they're going to find a way to keep you in check. Right? You know what I'm saying? So you just, you know what I mean? Like, with my journey, man, I just think the only mistake that I made with my journey is we had the advertisement, we had the talent, is you gotta leave San Antonio, bro. You gotta move around. You gotta travel. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't understand the internet and shit, when it was first, because look, I'm talking about when we were selling from selling CDs at Poteet from like 2003, when I met you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From CDs to DVDs, you know what I'm saying? And then everything went to like free downloads.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that shit at first.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, how the fuck we gonna make money from this? Like, this is crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and but then like the whole streaming thing happened, you know, and the ads and all that. Like that's what makes money now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Because, like, do you feel like, I guess, rap, because, man, I listen to a lot of rap from the past. I listen to a lot of, like, you know, like stuff you used to do. I listened to. We had a gentleman that was on here from Texas, Alabama. I used to listen to his stuff and a lot of local people. And it was about real people, man. It was about like their real struggle, your story. Like, you know, when I listened to your CD, I was like, that's your story. When I listened to Texas Bama CD, it was about their story. When I listened to a UGK song, it's their story. And now I listen to rap and it's like,
It's all the same.
yeah, it's all the same.
It sounds like a commercial.
Yeah, it's like, okay, let's go to the club, let's buy a lot of drinks,
And fuck some women.
let's fuck some girls,
Yeah.
and do it all over again.
Show everybody your money.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro.
That's the mistake that people make
you
now.
talking out in the open and all that shit.
Yeah.
It's just wet. Like I said, it's not a revolutionary thing no more. Like, it don't mean nothing. It's like when motherfuckers selling drugs. It's like, I'm not knocking you if you do, dog. That's what you do. But at some point, you gotta fucking like,
Move on.
you gotta
Move around.
elevate. You gotta mutate that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like, you're not doing nothing special.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Shit everybody else doing.
Yeah, and that's how I kind of felt like with the rap thing is I just feel like, you know, I'm deeper than that, and I wasn't, you know, I lost my son. You know what I'm saying? I went through a lot of changes. You know what I'm saying? So, I killed that ego, man.
You know, like when
You know what I mean? Like, it's not really like about that shit, man.
you know, like when you say kill your ego, man, like when you lose somebody real close to you, man, it do make you think that's small. It's small shit, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't need to focus on that no more.
No, it's cool, and I'm like I'm at peace with it.
You're peace.
I'm at peace with it, God. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing is, man, look, we all gotta die. It's just how you die, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Good.
You know what I mean? And how you live your life and shit.
That's
You
true.
know, so
You only got one life to live.
Right.
You know, and then you only, I would say, YOLO, you only
yeah, you can't.
live one.
Like I said, like, you can't. That's the thing. You can't get your time back, and you can't get people back.
Right.
That's why
Those are the two valuable things. You can't get time. You can't get people back.
That's
You can get somebody like that person or whatever, but you're not gonna get that person. You're not gonna get that time period back. You're not. You know what I'm saying? Like so that's why that's a realization. You're sitting there and you're like, I got like $5,000 in my pocket or whatever. I got a new bike. I got all this shit.
Yeah.
And then me there, and you sitting there like, yo, and you're like, yo, I sell my soul right now, nigga, to get my son back or whatever. And you're like, yo, they can't offer you that though. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, that's just a reminder, like, to value people and to value my time. And yeah, man, I'm really like I said, I'm not feeling that. I do it. If I do it, I do it. Right? I do music, I do it. And if I do it, it's kind of like I'm spell casting, dog. It's like powerful shit. It's like,
Man,
that's it. Like, I don't even care. Like, it's about me. I don't really care about making a hit song. I don't care about none of that.
man,
You know what I'm saying?
a homeboy, man.
And so I played some of my pro football. There's a homeboy Judge, man. You know, he from Northeast, went to Roosevelt, man. And so he was telling me, bro, he was like, every time we would go somewhere, he would bump country music. And I'm like, what's up with that? And I started listening to it. And I'm like, you know what, bro? I never got into the way they sang. I never bought an album. But I was like, dude, they talking about real shit.
Real
Yeah.
shit.
And I'm like, dude, why we can't do that shit? Why we as rappers that can't do that shit? You know,
Man, because we put this image and that's it. But you know what? Like I said, they out there. You gotta be into that music, man. You gotta be into the following of those people. You know what I'm saying? And you really just gotta look. If everybody's doing it, it's whack. Once everybody's doing it, that shit is no good.
Once they pick up on it,
That's how you know it's been infiltrated.
Like, do you remember back in the day when FUBU had come out and they came out with the Fat Albert series?
Yeah.
And everybody started wearing Fat Albert all of a sudden. I'm like,
they don't know food.
did that? Well,
They don't know.
exactly. You youngsters, for all you older folks, and y'all remember FUBU, and then all of a sudden,
this shit.
you
They're
like,
like, what the fuck is food?
what's FUBU?
He be like, that's that shit they sell at Ross. That's that shit they sell at Ross. Nobody knows about it.
Exactly. It's selling at Ross now. You just pick it up. Like, but that's not what. But I mean, now all of a sudden, like Champion is all of a sudden becoming a name, like a big name brand. When it used to be a name brand at Walmart. Now I'm waiting for Starter to become like a big.
No, hey, that was time period what Starter was though.
Huh?
Yeah, that was Starter caps and it was Starter, British Knights, Fubu. You know what I'm saying?
Man, they had cross cuts.
Dickies. This ain't Tokyo shit.
Yeah,
And then
you have all the little store, all the little
jeans. You know what I'm saying?
all the little foreign stores.
And if you want to go back to like '93, cross colors.
That's where I'm trying to go. That was the brightest shit in the world, man. And you can really wear orange and be cool, bro. Really wear orange and be cool, bro. And be live.
Not the county orange.
Man, you know. I ain't never did that, but you know.
I wore the flip flops one time.
You wore the flip flops?
Yeah, it was Tom Green County. Shout out to Tom Green County. Y'all ain't gonna see me again.
I've been in handcuffs, but never.
I was handcuffed, breathalyzer, everything, so it wasn't fun. But
I've been in trouble like most of my life until like 07.
that's when you finally stopped.
Well,
or it clicked.
well, nah, it's not that it clicked. It was a bad investment.
Oh really?
Like being a drug dealer.
Okay.
It's a bad investment.
Very bad investment.
It's a bad investment. You know what I mean? And I realized too I wasn't gonna move up because I'm not like full Mexican and nothing. So like no matter how much I earn, bro, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. They're like, yo, these niggas will not give me more than 9 ounces. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Niggas not give me more than quarter key. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you're not gonna move up. And then guess what? Like when it comes to like slaughter time, it's gonna be you.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So there was like I saw the end of it and was like, well, why am I gonna put myself like my mom would always tell me, you know, whatever you're gonna do, you know, do it to the fullest, right?
Mm.
So it wasn't really a right or wrong. I don't think selling drugs is bad.
But see,
Well, I don't have a problem with how people make money. I really don't. And a lot of times I deal with a lot of drug addicts that come into. I work at a hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And I work on a psych floor. Now I worked at a lot of standalone hospitals that are just standalone psych, period. So a lot of people come in there, man, I did this or I did that, and I was high. And I said, and I tell them how they acted. And they said, I did that? I said, yeah, this is what you wrote. You've been on a one-to-one for like the past week. You've been here for a week. And they said, I lost a whole week of my life. Yes, you lost that. Remember, time is something you can't get back. I said, then you lost a whole week of your life because you wanted to go try something. And you can't blame the salesman, the drug dealer, which is they're a salesman. They're a legal pharmaceutical rep, if you want to call it that.
Right, you're providing a service.
Providing a service. You bought that. You bought said service, but
you something you wanted.
And you didn't ask about the side effects. And obviously, they're not gonna tell you what the side effects are because they don't give a shit. Once they got their money, it's gonna go. And hospitals can kind of be the same way. You get a service, and then you get the hell out.
Right.
And then you get this big ass bill, like, where the hell this come from?
And nobody really does the research. Like,
and the problem is, insurance companies get over on you because they'll pay probably 10%, and then you get hit this $10,000 bill they still calling you about. It's like, the fuck you calling me about this shit for? Like, I can't pay that shit. Mm-hmm. That's how America stays in poverty in the first place, and that's why us as a minority, we don't go to the hospital because I ain't got time. I ain't got money to pay that bill. But we got heart problems and high blood pressure.
But like, is selling drugs bad? I don't think it's bad. I just think it's a bad decision.
Right.
It's a bad decision, yes. And it lands people in some bad places.
Yeah. But like from morale.
You're not holding a gun to their head.
Oh man, like look. Let's say drugs was legal.
Okay.
Alright? Right now. We all chilling right now, right? We all chilling, right? And if I say, yo, they selling crystal meth cigarettes, nigga. It's legal now. Is anybody in here gonna go buy some crystal meth cigarettes and start smoking them? You know
Nah,
what I'm
I
saying?
just gonna go to the crib.
Right,
bro.
because if you was gonna do fucking meth, you're gonna do it anyway.
Right.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So making something illegal doesn't change. Like, matter of fact,
It's not gonna stop people doing it.
like just because you could go drink, you're not gonna go drink. But the motherfucker that want to go drink, he gonna drink everything up.
Right.
That's what he want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how he wants to live. So it's an illusion to be like, oh, whenever they say, yo, we're looking out for you, that's the trick. Whenever, like, it's for your best interest. That's the trick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they got you, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Because they don't care about you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but going back to what I was saying, it was a bad. Anybody out? Look, the man. If you took $2,000 and you went to an auction and started flipping cars, you're gonna do better. If you buy a lawnmower and start putting up signs on a pole and get a cell phone and allow me to mow your lawn and put 100 of them out, like, you're gonna do better than flipping that shit, because it's not even the drugs, it's the people you bring into your life.
You know the best.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It's not the dope.
It's
the people you gotta deal with now. Now you gotta deal with, like, this fucked up ass person because he got $100 for you. You know what I'm saying? And they might be like blaming you for their own, like you said, like they come in there and like, oh, I don't know what I did and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Ain't my problem, bro.
right? It don't matter. It don't change it.
Yeah,
It don't change that you like that you give everything an excuse. You a victim. Everything. It don't change it.
Hey man, you know one of the best investments ever, man, is the stock market, because man, you can sell on your land and get paid. And you don't even have to worry about it. But it's like, I feel like they should really teach that in school, man.
Do you know that millionaires that have they say how you be a millionaire,
Right.
you gotta have 7 sources of income. You should be able to make money while you sleep.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, you know
That's
why?
when you made it.
But you know why?
That's when you made it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you made it when
You know
made
what?
it.
I know what they mean by that, because like basically what I do is like one guy said that your real estate business is not just one business; it's 3 or 4 in one way, because they have different aspects that you're trying to do. So basically, like when I do wholesaling, I'm selling to a group of people that have money. So let's say
So it's
like let me
like a store space.
no, let me explain to you. Okay, you got a house, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got cash. Let's say you got $60,000. Okay. And let's say like this is wholesale. You need to sell your crib if you go on a foreclosure.
Okay.
You don't want your mom's crib and she passed. No, let me get somebody else. Let's say, give me somebody who. Okay.
I inherited a house I don't want.
All right, cool. Just give me somebody like your uncle, right?
My grandma's old house in Ohio.
Okay, your grandma's house. Okay. So then let's say like you don't need your grandma's house in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's say we are from Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then let's say I'll come into you and I say, hey man, can I give you $50,000?
That's $50,000 cash up front.
Right,
Most people want to tell that no.
Yeah, $50,000.
And you're gonna use
Okay,
$10,000
so
into what? Renovate?
Nah. Well, this is wholesaling. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Winston. I'm like, hey man, you want to buy it for 60?
Right.
And then I'm gonna make 10 off of that. And then what he gonna do is he gonna fix it up, take it to what it need to be, and let's say it's like worth $150. And then but let's say he got to spend $50,000 into it. So then he gonna be the one that have to work the crews and everything like that,
So like 200.
Well, that's like $150. But say he gonna have to, get the investors and all that other stuff. That's basically what wholesaling is.
See, that shit sound mad hard.
Hey man.
I'm saying, like, to people that used to think like me, like, man, it's not hard, dog.
But
Yeah,
see,
it does sound kinda hard,
But what I'm saying, it's not hard once you get it.
right.
Once you get it, then he's saying you ain't gotta work hard.
Right.
Right.
Well, it's not. It's more like you get these people coming. So like right now, so I got wholesaling. So the show ain't about real estate, but I do wholesaling. I do rentals. That's renting the house. I do every once in a while I do flips, which is fixing up the house.
Aren't you currently working on right now?
Well, we trying to get one. We trying to close on it.
Okay.
And so once we close on it, which means what closing is basically when you close on something, you need to make sure that let's say y'all cousins, okay? And let's say you said that your aunt, say your aunt, your grandma, right? And let's say like you the other grandson. Let's say that you said, hey, grandma said she gonna give it to me. But the will say gonna give it to you. When you close, that like if somebody sues somebody, they suing that title company because they the one who got to put out the title. Put up that you got the right to sell it. So basically that's that. And so without making it a real estate show, but yeah, then you once you close on it, then they can't. You close on it, you got the title, you able to, you own it. Bear County says you own it, and you're able to do what you need to do with it. You know what I mean? So that's the best way. Because I've seen some people, especially with land, they'll say, "Hey, how much you want for the land? $5,000." Cool. But then you don't know what they owe on it. You don't know they owe back taxes. You don't know because everything, every house, everything got a Social Security number. But in real estate, it's called a legal description. And so it can be 1563 Amanda Street, and you got 2 or 3 of them in San Antonio. But one may be in San Antonio with me, one may be in Shirts. And so 1235 Amanda's, in Shirts got a different legal description. That's what you go by. And it's got everything. Everybody got a history. The house, lot, condominium got a history. And that's what you see when you go to the title company. But it just, I think people don't want to, when you're in business, you got to learn it. You got to apply it. Then you got to relearn it again and grow on it. So a lot of people don't want to do that. But I really do, like he was saying, if you learn something, if you do learn something legal, man, you can make more money in the long run.
Yeah. Right, yeah, and my bad, I'm not trying to interrupt.
No, you too.
No, you're.
Like I said, man, it's a lot of times it's not what you're doing, it's who you're doing it around.
Right, I agree with that.
And when you're doing more legal stuff and you know what I'm saying, everything, you ain't gotta worry about. They can't take it from you. And that's the other thing too. Like I had my house ready when I was 19.
Right.
It came through my door. You know what I mean? And I remember like them taking all of my stuff and money that I did have a job, and they took all the money though. You know what I'm saying? Right. So and then they hit you with a felony, which is really like a life sentence because you can't. I'm 20 years into it and still can't vote. Right. Still like legally can't. Even though I run a business and do all these things, I can't legally have a firearm in my possession. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just a bad investment. At the end of the day, like I say,
It really is.
It's a bad move. It's a bad move. So, yes, it's real. There's people out here doing it, yes, but like, man, we've heard that song already. Like, I don't really give a damn when people start telling me about all the shit they're flipping. Because I'm like, it's just lame now. And especially now, like I said, there's too many things you can do, and like $500 to $1,000, and you can start a little business. You just gotta stick to it, and that like I don't think it was hard. Like we said, man, it ain't hard. It is hard, man. That's the thing too, man. Like, this shit is hard. Like we gotta stop like being scared of hard work.
And that's the whole thing about it. Like I'm currently going for my social work, my social work license not license, but my social work my bachelor of social work, and eventually I'm gonna want to start my own, like branch off into my own little counseling services or whatever,
right.
or whatever. But I tend to work with more kids than anything, so I don't know what exactly I would do, but I want to go kind of like independent, and probably work under somebody, but then independently kind of off to the side or whatever. And I'm running to people that do it, but I'm just not a big books person and all that. And I would probably have to go back to school and learn about accounting and all that. But if you, at the end of the day, when you look at it, you can be 60 years old, 70 years old as a counselor, But as a rapper, or I'm still selling drugs, you know, it's not.
Yeah, no,
it's gonna sound kind of whack when you say like, yeah, I'm 80, but I still sell.
It's just not. It's not like there was a reason before. Like I feel like when people were trying to make money and send their kids to college and getting over and like, but now it's like, man, dude, it's the cheese and
There's too much. There's enough things out there that can be done where you don't have to do those kind of things now. And people, I mean, I had seen what popped up by that by Star Wars up the street. It's like a potato company. It's like some potato where it just all they got is potatoes and they put brisket and all kind of stuff. And my mom told me about it. I said, "You want me to go where?" So she's like, "I want you to go to the street and give me this potato." And I'm like, "Okay." And I walked in there and I was like, "What is?" And it's a little shop. You know, it was like 2 people in there and they just selling little potatoes, putting brisket and all kind of stuff. I was like, "Okay, that's actually a pretty cool thing." And then I heard about this one place in I don't know, y'all heard of Donna, Texas? Donna, it's not far from here. There's a place called Gonzalez Burgers or something like that. Okay. I want to go there because it's some big ass burgers. And I'm being for real. I know some big ass burgers, but
we
shit, we get paid first. I'm gonna get paid first, bro. I got some things to pay off first, but you know,
I'm an offensive lineman, but I don't know.
Yeah,
bro.
I think the reason I'm so hesitant about starting a business is because 1, I don't know what I want to do. 2, I'm not a business-minded person, and 3, I just don't have that drive because
it's not fair.
It's not, and I mean, I'll work with your business. I'll throw you out there. Hey man, this man cuts hair or whatever, or you know, go see that man. You know, I'll do that. I'll shout you out all day. I just can't do it myself.
I'm gonna be real, man. Like a lot of times, you gotta humble yourself. Because when the corona happened, man.
Oh, corona killed a lot of businesses.
But when corona happened with me, what happened, man? I had none of the deals I had in real estate closed when they supposed to close. No,
right.
You know what I mean? And what I mean by close is
close the deal.
Yeah, sold at the time. Because when you have a closing date, and then that's the date it's supposed to close.
When the check is coming.
Right. And none of them closed on time.
Right.
And
I hear that a lot.
And then we had to tell the sellers why. So it was like a communication with them. It was a communication with them. It was always a communication with them. So but that communication don't feed you. It don't pay your bill. So basically what I did, that's why I say sometimes you have 3 different businesses in one with real estate. So basically I always kept rentals, and that kind of helped me out. What I did basically, man, is I did one thing I told myself I would never do. Not work for the census, man, but do a split shift. I always I hated doing split shift. Split shift helped me out.
What's a split shift?
A split shift is basically what I would do when I was working for the census, man. I would work from like 9 to 12, get off, do real estate from 12 to 5, and then go back from 5 to 9.
See, that's what you gotta do to be successful.
That's what you gotta do, man. And you
gotta work hard.
They was paying like $20 an hour.
I mean, I think since come right back around, I might have to be like, yo, man,
you know what, bro? I was one of the last people out there, bro. And we was from, they had the branches on the east side. And dude, like, my supervisor was cool, man. And we were one of the last people out there. Like, we was waiting. And they say, it's over, man. You can't come back tomorrow. And I said, okay. But he liked me because, like, I was real with him. Because I wanted somebody to be real with me when they was painting for me, when they was doing work for me. So I was just real with him. He respected it. So I was like one of the last people out there. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then what I did is I called census people. I said, say, you ain't got no job right now? They said, no, man. But they were so cool with me, man, that they said, hey, man, they wanted me to go out of town. They said, hey, man, can you do real estate remotely? They actually asked me that. I said, no, man, because my people, I was putting a lot on my people. You know what I mean? Like maintenance guys and everything, and I always wanted to pay them.
Right.
So then I told them, no, but they respected that, man. I don't know, 10 more years, I might do it.
I mean,
it was good money.
Yeah, that's, I mean, like I said, I'm not the business type. I just don't. I don't have the. Not that I don't have slick. No, I do.
Right.
I'll say some shit to you, but
But you gotta have that. Okay, if it don't make money, don't make sense, kind of thing. But say it in such a way, it's like, well, look, I ain't making no money, and you ain't making the money, and you getting the money from them to get me my money.
You know, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let Winston talk. But with me, it's about the money. Be bullshit. But with me, it was like, if I'm gonna give this man a house, I want something that him and his lady, or him and his kid, or him and his mom, or whoever can live in, and it's cool. You know what I mean? So I don't want to give somebody something and they got rats in and everything like that when I'm renting.
Well, of course not.
Okay, some people don't give a shit. Okay, so like my thing was I want to get paid, but I want to have people come back to me. I want to set
Have a
up
good reputation.
right, and I want them to have a product. People gonna not like what you do, but I can sleep at night, and that was my biggest thing. I'm gonna give you a product that's actually legit. That's me. But what you think?
I hate being told what to do, dog.
Okay.
It's real fucking simple for me, man. I don't like being told what to do. It's about freedom for me. Like I can't fire myself.
Right.
At the end of the day, like I could be late. You know what I mean? Like I don't like. I just don't like being like I was a special ed kid, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, like I just don't want to be told what to do. Like bitch, fuck you, like you know what I mean? Like so that's what it is for me. For me, it's really is freedom, and I think also like because I've been up and down my business, man. I've had it to where I've had 5 trucks running, and like right now, I'm down to like 2 trucks, and I'm 10 toes down doing all my jobs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you know when I had it that big, it was running me, and I hated it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it was with the music too. The music will start running you. When they start telling you, hey, you should go to this show. Hey, you should go on this. Hey, dog, you should get on this mixtape. Hey, you should get this. Hey, you need to make a song about that. Well, now it's running you. You're not free no more. And that's really like whatever you do at the end of the day. Like you have all the money in the fucking world, but if you're fucking enslaved by that shit, then it doesn't matter, dog.
Yeah.
Going back to like real wisdom, like money shouldn't be your god. You know what I'm saying? And like we should have nice things. I'm not saying to push it away, but money's the root of all evil. I'm not saying that at all because money's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that it's not my god, bro. I'll burn money. Like we ever argue about money, I'll just start burning it, dog. Because people in your time are more important, and it's just really about freedom. Like I'm in business for myself. Because I don't want to rely on somebody telling me when I'm gonna make my money, or you're gonna be fired, or talk to me any kind of way. It's you know what I'm saying? Like how can you potentially reach your higher self? You know what I mean? That's what it is for me. So it's just about freedom. And no, it's not for everybody. Some people like structure. Some people like, hey, I like being on time. Give me a schedule. I don't want to do all that extra thing. When I'm off, I want to be off. Because the business owner, you're not ever off.
Right.
You're not ever off. You got a meeting, you got something going on. And it's like I said, man, like the stuff that you've learned in the past 10 years, because I remember you was doing this like 10 years ago.
Right.
Because, I mean, this dude's giving me plenty of jobs, like moves from the people that he's sold houses to himself.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but you think about what you learned in that 10 years from making mistakes. That's what I'm saying. Like, there is no easy way. Like, motherfuckers stop working hard not to work hard.
Because see, but the reason why
that's what these niggas is doing. They're working hard not to work hard. But like, I just want to chill, dog. Find a way I can just chill, bro. If you want something, you gotta chill. And that's what I like about it. I like it like this. I ain't gonna lie. I like COVID. I like it all. I like Trump. People's like, well, why you like Trump? Like, bro, I liked it. It fucked up because it kept you on point.
Right.
It had you going like, yo, man, this is not right. Now everybody about to go back to sleep. Like, oh, it succeeds fair again. You know what I'm saying? And like everybody gonna go sleep and here, Biden's here, go sleep.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So I liked it. It wasn't that I liked that it was transparent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I feel like if you going into 2021 and you still fucking around, dog, like you out of there. Like you deserve to get whatever the fuck you gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Because like stop it, man. Like you still not trying to be the best self right now. Like right now with all this going on, you still not trying to work on your health. You still not being more conscious. It's like it's gotta get fucked up for people to get better.
But you know what, man?
You know what I mean?
Like another thing about business, bro, is that I use him a lot because I knew he would get the job done. And he was somebody I knew.
No, I appreciate that, man.
He was somebody I knew and I could trust him because a lot of times, man, these people, man, they was in foreclosure. You know what I mean? Or they needed to move out. And I could have been a dick to him. And I was like, man, but this person needs to get out. And so I had to sell one house, and it was a guy that was in there, and he was disabled. And I'm like, I need to get him out. So we need to be a dick with him and put all his stuff on the street, so we can actually, you know, have him move, pay somebody, give them an opportunity. Or we can be a dick about it. Which one is going to get you a referral? The one where you pay somebody and got somebody an opportunity, but now you're getting 2 referrals. You're getting a referral because you're giving this man business, and you get another one because you treated somebody like a human being.
Like a human being,
Right.
so like
Right.
Yeah, you like helping people, man.
Yeah, you know, cause
And I do too. Like I kind of got burnt out on it though.
yeah,
Like I said, I kind of just been like, man, I'm closed. Like I'm not,
you know
I'm
what?
not helping nobody. You know what I mean? Because you know what? Because like there's too much information now, there's too much shit. It's kind of just feel like man, dog. Like I'm not really. I used to be on that reach one, teach one, but then it's like yo, dog, these dudes like.
I'm not on this. I
Some
know.
just don't want to live. Like they don't. You tell them something, they don't want to listen. They don't go to this.
But okay, let me say this. I learned a lot from my mom. A lot. You help people who want to help themselves.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So this for example, man.
Like you wouldn't have kept calling me, giving me jobs,
right? If you didn't want to help yourself.
And if I was like, I can't make it today.
Yeah, I was like, you know.
Today not good though.
Yeah.
You know, when you sit on the couch.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I ain't no good,
And you up there, you know, messing with.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you doing it, but you know, and I know some of them dudes up there messing with.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
there, you know.
It's gotta be. Look, if you're not walking through hell, bro, you're not gonna get to heaven.
That's true, man.
Real
That's
shit.
real.
You gotta walk through hell to get to heaven. Real shit. And that's why I think a lot of people. It wasn't that I was extra good or extra good at this or whatever. It's just I was just determined and wouldn't stop. You know what I mean? And I think I got that from hustling, dog. Like that's what I said. Anybody that's out there selling dope, like I understand that energy. And if you take that energy, I promise you, man, you put that into anything, brother. I don't care, dog. Like you can buy a camera and just start doing photos. You can fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, flipping cars. You can get a pressure washer. Dog, there's so many different things, and if you advertise for that and campaign, put that energy towards that, and with your personality and charisma and all that, you can sell anything. So I consider like really good drug dealers are fucking geniuses, dog. You know what I'm saying? And they're just it's wasted
You
talent.
know what, man? The dude that taught me real estate, man, used to, you know, and the things he taught
Sell
me,
dope.
bro. Yeah.
Just saying. You gotta put it in.
He passed away, man. But the things he told me, man, and it was in his youth, and he told me one thing. He said, and he got a gentleman to. I paid off a house like this, and the gentleman that he knew paid off a house like this. He said, man, he was telling me about the other guy. Once you got, okay, let's say you have 4 rentals and you used to paying $2,000. Okay, you pay one off, right? Okay, you used to paying $2,000, but you instead of 4, you paying 3.
That's it for my video.
Yeah, you use that 4 to pay that 3. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where it worked, man. You know what I mean? But it just like you help people who try to help themselves, man. So that's my whole thing. If you don't try to help yourself, then I can't help you.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know,
That's true.
you know, and then the biggest thing I tell somebody who want to open up a business if you making $60,000 a year, you making $80,000 a year, you making $100,000 a year, you in the military and you've been retired 5 years, you a teacher and you're retired in 5 years, don't stop that. Because in five years it's gonna go like this. In 5 years you're gonna retire, you got that money, and that's like another, you earned that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you making 60, 80, $100,000 a year, man, you earn that position through going to school, through grinding or whatever. Why give that up? A business don't have to be full-time, it can be part-time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's just real rewarding just when you actually work hard and
Get rewarded.
you work hard and you work for yourself, it feels good, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know it was clean and nobody can take it from you. Like, it builds confidence. And that's the thing too. Like, with starting a business, man, you gotta have confidence.
Right.
Like, that's the first thing you gotta have. Like, I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what kind of education you got. If you're not confident in what you're about to do, so
Why am I gonna buy it from you?
Yeah, you don't even
You ain't confident. Why would I buy that from you?
Like,
Like,
oh, and don't approach me with any kind of business thing if you don't have a business card. I hate that shit too.
yeah.
I can't do business with you and you ain't got a business
I can't
card.
contact you.
You know what?
Look, you go ahead, fuck around. Look.
You know what, bro?
Because that's real shit.
You know what, bro? This right here, people think this is
That's real shit.
everywhere I go, man. I got business cards, and you know,
gotta have them.
I have them.
gotta have it, bro.
Gotta have them.
Gotta have it.
You know,
You have to get that one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because then people know you serious about what you do. You know what I mean?
And see, I used to hate when people would be like, because when you got this, you can pass it on to somebody else. And I used to hate the ones where they,
make a business card. Like, oh man, I ain't gotta be having
and you see how they make you look? But then I used to hate the people that used to like text it to you, you know, and they used to text it to you like, oh, here's my business. I don't have a physical one, but here's
That's
my.
bullshit. That means you don't believe in yourself.
Right. I
You
used
didn't
to
put
hate
the
that.
time and the energy into it. It's like I said, the time that it takes to hustle and break things down and find you some customers and this and that and the other, and it's a lot. Like, if somebody would have showed me the furniture moving business earlier, I would have never got in trouble. But even before that, like, I did a little car wash business. I was mowing lawns. You know what I'm saying? I've always been had an entrepreneur spirit. I just got caught up into doing something that was illegal, and it's just a bad investment. Like that's why I always tell people all the time, man. Like, I'm not knocking it for the reason you think I'm knocking. I'm knocking it because they already got that shit on lock.
Right.
They already look. They've got all of this stuff planned out for you if you sell dope. You know what I'm saying? And we just ain't gotta do it no more. Like, and if you like selling weed, start selling CBD, bro, because pretty soon weed's gonna be legal and you'll be right there. You know what I'm saying? But,
Yeah, that's, you know, I commend y'all for doing that. I'd rather work in a structured area. I don't mind being told what to do, but I will get with them if they talk to me kind of way. So,
But
yeah, I do it in a, you know.
But you know what, man? It's just like I knew people, man, and their attitude, whatever. I said, dude, just keep your job. You know what I mean? I beg people, man, that, like, you know, the insurance people.
Some people, yeah.
And I beg people, that the insurance people. I said, how much do you make? And they'll tell me. I said, dude, keep that job, do it part-time. Because they have great personalities. I had some people, man, like they was in the military, they gonna get out in 5 years. I had one guy, he said, man, I'm finna retire. I said, why do you want to quit that if you're gonna do it in 5 years? Do this on the side. And then you
retire. You still get that retirement pay just in case something like COVID happens. And then you.
Right.
You know what COVID did for me? And I'm gonna say this. I wasn't gonna say it on the podcast. I was gonna find some way to say it on Facebook. But 2020 was the best year of my life. And a lot of people won't say that. And I'm gonna say why. First of all, when you had COVID, you're gonna see who's real and who's not.
Who's not? Yeah.
And then, you know, in the back of your head, if you haven't got COVID, you wondering when I'm gonna get it. And now I don't worry about that. And it's a testimony when you can say that you've been through something a lot of people died of. That's a testament to God.
Yeah, we both went through it.
That's a testament to God.
Yeah.
And then second, bro, is that I have wanted to get my real estate license for 20 years.
And they force you to do it.
Well, it was just like, I said, I ain't got to go to school. I said, I ain't got to go to school. I can do it online. It gave me a lot of ways to do it.
Yeah.
And then, so if I went to school, it would have forced me to do this. But I said, no, I can do this shit online. And you was so, I mean, when they trained us for the census, it was online. So I was used to doing it online. Everything.
Online.
Yeah, so I just said, let me do that.
Talking about 2020, well, how many people y'all know got the grants and stuff? I'm talking about the business grants.
I mean,
There was some fraudulent ones out there too, but
yeah.
I don't know. So I ain't know many. I know some that had a bullshit business. Like there was no business whatsoever.
I know a lot of people that did that, but I also know legitimate people that have businesses and they did really well. And that's the only way I can really relate to like 2020. I saw a lot of real and fake too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I can't say it was my best. Yeah,
you know, and I'm sorry if I offended anybody because I knew some people that passed away, and I'm not saying because of that. I'm not saying because of that, but because my condolences to them. But to me, man, it was just like you gonna shit or get off the pot, bro. You know what I mean? And that's what it forced you to do. Like, you gonna shit or get a pot. Because, when the first of the year, when I could not sell nothing because they had COVID, I was just like, man, I gotta keep pushing. And, and then it just got to the point where I had felt like 4 or 5 things because I kept on believing in it, man. So that's how I felt about it, man.
I guess the way I can relate to 2020 is that I can honestly say I'm blessed to be an essential worker.
Right.
Because I've seen so many people out there losing their jobs, sitting up, but then I was like, how the fuck they make more than me sitting at home? Like,
yeah, because
like, like, how the fuck they make more than me sitting at home? But then it was like, you know what? It's going to end at some point.
Right.
And when it did end, all of a sudden these thousandaires, I call them like the, you ever heard of the $30,000 millionaire? You ever heard of?
No.
$30,000 millionaire, somebody that they live with mommy and daddy or something like that. They make 30 grand or more, but they buy up everything. They got millions.
Yeah.
And it's like they try to be flash and all this. And I said, I ask people like, where do you live? Oh, I live with my mom and dad. Like, oh, so that's why you can afford to go out every night.
Yeah.
Or well, who pays your car? Oh, my mom pays it. So that's why you can afford to get, the newest iPhone or whatever. But then
that's why you don't do nothing.
Yeah, so I tend to, I don't try to compare myself to other people. I just do bad. I do bad and awesome news. That's what I do. And 2020 did show me a lot of people that are fake as shit. Like you find out who's fake.
I mean, like, well, in my industry, man, in real estate, it's a lot of people that post checks.
Mm.
And I'm like, why the fuck do you post a check?
I would not post that.
And you get checks. And I'm the only.
You gotta get you a cash business.
Yeah, and I'm the only person. I'm the only person that don't do that. I'm the only person that don't do that because I know that people will knock you over the head, man. You know what I mean? And when I get rent, sometimes I go straight to the nearest bank, man. Because somebody can knock me over the head and they'll mess up and they'll take my money and they'll mess up everything that I work for.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And it's not like, it's not like I'm scared of nobody or like, like I'm running to the bank, but I know I value what I work for.
Mm-hmm.
And man, it's just like, if you got your money like this, you begging people. To me, it's best if people think you make money. And they know you got money.
Like 50 Cent, when he was going bankrupt, I was watching like a little documentary on him, and he had like this stacks of money, and he told the judge like it was a prop. It was just to kind of get my image back up.
Right.
He's back to where he was now, but
that's after power and everything.
After all that, he got back to where he's back where he needed to be. But at one point he was struggling. Like he had we had to keep an image out there. He's making money. So, I know you ain't got a lot of time, bro. So
yeah, man, there's a lot to build on when it comes to business. And,
it really is.
And I really like to come back and actually give some solutions.
You're always welcome.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
wow,
really go over the solutions And I want to say in 2020, man, I got humbled. You know what I'm saying? I got humbled. Man.
Hopefully 21 will.
You know.
Hopefully we'll still get the fake and the real will still be exposed.
I think it's already out. I think look, like I said, they already went out. Like dudes is already like, man, you're gonna be out of there. You're not gonna be able to keep skating. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, everybody's all happy. Oh, we got Biden now, and I'm like, okay.
That don't mean nothing.
We kind of heated the gangster in there right now. Dog, giving the money away, don't care, and all that shit.
Yeah, but I mean, JP, what you?
Is that another subject?
Yeah, I'm not Trump, man. You know, I'm a Democrat, but you know,
I don't like any of them. I don't like that white on white crime.
I'm gonna get to it.
It's some bad shit.
But let me say this, man. Let me say this. I was in church today, man, and they basically were saying that when he was talking about being humble, is that God will exalt a humble heart, man. Because when you humble, then you at the bottom. You know, like when I was making money, man, ain't no way I worked for the census, man.
Right.
I told my cousin, man, he worked across the street, and it was on Pecan Valley. I said, say, man, like I really looked up who do the census lay there? And they said, yeah, I went into the office, man, right before the COVID, and they called me. I was one of the first people they called. And I used to call them all the time, hey, man, when y'all gonna do it? Because I needed the money. And they was doing $20 an hour, and you do $20 an hour, that'll help you work 40 hours.
I have opportunity now to work in the ER. I keep telling no, like I say in my little box, but you know, money talks, bro.
And you working in ER, man.
Money
man,
talks, and that experience talks too. So.
And when you know what was so crazy, man, is that when the people who did do real estate with me, bro, and I told them, I said, hey, man, well, I work for this from this time. And I wasn't ashamed of it because it was legal money. Why be ashamed of something that,
and so that's keep making legal money. You don't have to worry about being secretive about where you live. And
all of it, you know what happened, bro, is I wasn't ashamed of it. And what happened, bro, is everybody would say, okay, well, Jarnell's available from 1 to 5. And I showed everybody from 1 to 5. And then they say, hey, man, one dude said, hey, man, you still work for the census? And I said, no, man, they let me go. They said, okay, man, well, I just want to know because I know you got to work 1 to 5. If you're not ashamed of something, people will work with you, bro. Because why be ashamed of that?
I'll tell you, I plunge toilets for a living. I don't care. But I do. I plunge toilets. I restrain people. I mean, I do all kinds of. I work with psych behavior people. But I guess just to wrap things up,
Yeah, my bad.
Because you good, bro. Yeah. Appreciate you coming over and talking about just business in general.
Yeah, we chilling.
Like, just y'all don't be smart. Do legal business. If you can do illegal, you damn sure can do legal.
It's really hard to do illegal. Like, you work so hard not to work hard.
Like, and you're still working hard.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And you're gonna end up working for free, like 15 cents and shit.
Yeah. So what you got?
Man, my parents used to tell me, man, trouble is easy to get into, but hard to get out of. And man, I knew some of my friends that got in trouble with the law, and I was like, wow, bro. Like, I knew some people, man, they went to jail, got out, and then it's like they got that felony system on them, felony item on them. They can't get a job, they can't just walk, like they couldn't work for the census. And that really helped me out. When y'all was talking about 50 cents a pound, and how he used pound to come back, I used the cents and curve, bro. Straight up.
Yeah.
And that helped me in 2020.
If I ever had to, if I could had to do it all over again, how to do about the census, I probably would work for myself.
Bro,
but the thing about it is, where my hours work, and I work 12 hours a day. It's hard, but. Yeah, man. I mean, I commend y'all for doing business. I will always toss business your way if I see somebody. Hey, man, JP, you got the worldwide to move to. It's Winston, right?
Winston, yes, sir.
Yeah, Winston. Like, where Winston at? Like, I got to move for it. If you
Sir Winston Moving Company, man.
Sir Winston
WinstonMovingCompany.com.
Sir Winston, not Winston Churchill High School. Winston. Sir Winston Moving Company.
Anything you want to?
Man, I would just want to say, as far as like, if
if you're not in that world, don't get in that world. If you are, you can change, and you ain't gotta be that for the rest of your life. And that's the most gangster shit you could do is be a leader, man. Do what you want to do, dog. You know what I'm saying? If you gangster, then you shouldn't let nobody pump you into like an image and shit. You know what I'm saying? So come from your own heart and actually, like, I think if I would have not went to prison, then I might have ended up working for somebody else because I couldn't get a job, so I had to make a job.
Right.
And I wasn't gonna be broke.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm good under the gun, but not everybody's like that. That's what I said. I like it when it gets fucked up. I'm like, sharp, get sharp. You know what I mean? This and that. It's when things get cool and relaxed, that's when I start messing up. You know what I mean?
See, man, like I'm the
pressure keeps me.
I'm the type I gotta become a machine. I gotta do. So a lot of times when I tell people, "Hey man, I call you back," because I know that, like I was studying during the Cowboys game, and I said, "Man, I gotta study so I can get over this, man. So it's like I gotta do what I gotta do, right? Because I'm a diehard Cowboys fan. They gonna help me pass this test. They ain't gonna help me. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man. Anything else y'all gentlemen want to say?
No, I mean, y'all been with us for 21 episodes now, so just keep watching.
Congratulations on that, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want y'all to add on, man.
It's really because of this, man. I started. I just jumped on it. He said, "Man, we want to do a podcast." I was like, "Hell, y'all want to do a podcast?" I got a lot to say about that shit, man. And then it's gone ever since. So we've had people I would never met, never heard about if it wasn't for Jarnell saying you want to do this, and it's been going strong ever since. We're coming up on a year.
Still helping people, bro.
Yeah, we're still helping people. So y'all have a good night. Wear your mask. Don't be out doing stupid shit. And we'll see.
Episode 22.
Episode 22. What's going to episode 22 about?
We're gonna.
What's the New Year's resolution? Or y'all gonna do that later, huh?
Probably, yeah. Well,
okay, well, mine is.
Okay, this is the episode.
My New Year's resolution, man, is stay sharp. You know what I'm saying? Just stay sharp. That's it. Everything I do gotta be sharp.
Mine is to keep it moving, man.
Strive for perfection.
Mine, just keep doing what I gotta do.
Well, episode 22, man. Thank y'all for joining episode 21. But episode 22 is J-Bone, man. Hopefully, and he's a local rapper. And he's gonna explain, what he does, and so hopefully that'll happen in episode 22, man. But thank y'all for joining us, man, and y'all have a happy, peaceful holiday.
All right, night.